15 quant is enough to make you a millionaire, right guys? So in this video we're going to be reacting to a video from the official Quant YouTube channel where they talk about why they are tomorrow's money, and we see Quant CEO Gilbert Verdian give a prediction, a rough estimate to where Quant's price will go and how Quant will behave in the future. So without further ado, let's not waste any more time and get into this video. Right, tomorrow's money needs to be interoperable, programmable, and secure. These are all things that the Overledger platform does. Of course, we've been covering this for so long, guys, and I'm very excited for the future of Quant.
Society operates very digitally. We roam the world with our phones digitally. We move easily between countries and everything comes with us. But the one thing that's been left behind is our money. People think our money is digital. We've got internet banking, we've got automatic real-time payments and transactions, card payments. All of those things are an overlay of the old money system.
Yeah, so obviously that's I'm very glad that he touched on this, because this is a very common misconception. Money is not digital, guys. Money is not decentralized. It is just an overlay on the current system as a whole. So a new system needs to be implemented, and this is why, guys, this is why Quant is so important. Some people have come to me with, well, we already have digital money, what do we need the Overledger for? We don't need decentralized money, we don't need CBDCs, and that could not be further from the truth, guys.
When you do a tap on a payment, a lot of things happen in the back end, and linked to that is a lot of parties that have to do things just to make that transaction happen. There's a way to streamline it, obviously, with fraud checks, counterparty risk checks, but there's a better way. If you make it purely digital, in line with society's needs, it removes a lot of the friction, it creates a lot of efficiency, and really provides a new way to use money.
A new way to use money, guys. That is what we are providing with the Overledger. That is what the Overledger is for, basically.
Cryptocurrencies, they're not really money, right? So there's a few things that you have to be money, and one of those is have a stable value. So if you've saved 20 grand, you don't want it to be worth 5 grand the following week because Elon Musk tweeted something, right? So that's mainly the reason why they don't work for this.
Yeah, cryptocurrencies are not money, like they're assets. That's what we consider them to be, assets, not money. They have value and they can be used as money, but not to the degree that the whole world will be using them. But that's when CBDCs come into place, and he's going to touch more in detail on that.
There's trust that you have in where you store your money, right? You store it with your bank, you trust your bank not to lose it. If you don't trust your bank, there's a compensation scheme because they're regulated. So they're kind of a speculative investment, really. A little bit of gambling is involved in there, but they're not really money.
Foundation of the blockchain economy, that is incredible. That is what Quant do. And yeah, this video is kind of a rough presentation of the future of Quant and why they are so important.
Central bank digital currencies are inevitable. If you look at all the stats, 80% of central banks looking at a CBDC and what it means, and there's others that are piloting, and there's some that have actually implemented CBDCs. So a central bank digital currency is pretty much a reset of how money should work and how the whole infrastructure should be set out. And so what that means to banks is there is a new form of money they need to be ready for.
Cash is in decline massively. We've got today's digital money, which is not super smart. It works okay.
Yeah, that's today's digital money, right? Like Gilbert said, we need a reset of the whole way money works, and this is why CBDCs are so important, and why Quant's integration to CBDCs and how Quant interact and how they make the whole system interoperable is so important as well.
But there's quite a lot of friction in it. And then we've got things like cryptocurrencies coming up. We've got private currencies from big tech companies coming up. So where we are, at the moment, we're at a bit of a crossroads. What are consumers going to be using to pay for things? And CBDC is kind of the answer to that, in terms of where do you want to go, right? Do you want your money to be owned by and controlled by random people on the internet, by massive tech companies, or by the government you elected. Today's money it varies a lot, right? In the UK, it's great. We have some of the best payment systems in the world. In other countries, it's not so good. But there's only so much you can do with it. There's no programmability, there's no automation. It isn't very smart, and it's quite fragmented.
Yeah, so like he said, today's money isn't very smart. It may be digital, but it's not programmable, and it's not an innovative way. It's still stuck in the past, right? And this is what the CBDCs will accomplish. And for an example, even if England have a good monetary system, not a lot of other countries do. Like, for example, some of the Eastern European countries, some of the African countries, they don't really have a great monetary system. And with the Overledger, and more specifically with CBDCs, we can make that more global, more democratized, right? And more people could have access to this type of money.
CBDC promises to add a whole level of programmability and automation to people's money so that they've got a lot more control over what it does and how it works without having to manually touch it all the time.
At Quant, we've been at the forefront of blockchain technology, first starting out by establishing standards for the industry to build the technology. We've created a central bank digital currency platform where all central banks can actually test practically the theoretical concepts of a CBDC and what it means for them. But more importantly, the banks can start integrating central bank technology into their payment systems. One of the projects we've been working on has been with the Bank of England and the BIS on Project Rosalind. We provided the whole platform and the technology by having interoperable CBDCs within the central bank itself, and that was used by industry to test people like Barclays, people like Amazon, people like MasterCard, to test all of their CBDC applications and use cases on top of our platform in a real world setting. So this means...
Yeah, that's very important as well, right? Quant are enabling testing of these CBDC technology, of this central bank technology, to big banks, even to the Bank of England and BIS. Obviously, Project Rosalind is very important to the whole Quant ecosystem. And yeah, that's very, very crucial that these banks have a platform to test these CBDCs on, because they just can't launch it without testing it, right? And the Overledger covers a very big issue there as well.
They don't have to wait for a CBDC to be enabled. They can actually start testing, integrating, building, and making sure their banks are ready for central bank digital currencies. So what we'd like to do is work with other central banks around the world, but also take our technology to different markets so they can test it with their domestic banks as well. The changes are huge. I mean, we're already seeing the ability to create logic to make money smart, bring out some really powerful use cases that benefit consumers like you and me and benefit businesses, because it really takes friction away. It automates a lot of complex workflows, but it makes your money, your bank account in your money roam.
If I'm selling you...
Yeah, smart money is also a very interesting concept. That's something that Gilbert and his team have been dabbling into recently as well. And yeah, let me know, do you think this is, how many years do you think this is far away, right? Because this sounds like such a foreign concept to people who haven't been into this financial world and into all of this CBDC talks, and this could sound like a very foreign concept to those people. So yeah, let me know.
You something and you promise to pay me, I've just got to trust you. If it's a CBDC, you can promise to pay me and you can lock the money for me, right? So you can't spend that money on anything else. I know you're good for it. So then I'll send you whatever it is that you're buying from me. You don't pay until you've received it. You look at it, you go, okay, this isn't broken. Martin wasn't lying about it. I want to pay it. You sign for it with a delivery company. Delivery company is connected to the system. That releases the money that was locked in your bank account to me. That principle applies to lots of different transactions.
The whole
and that's the whole trust concept as well. So that's very, very important as well.
Concept of transforming the financial system is very complex and very difficult to do. What we're doing as Quant is really being the pioneer in this space, making the leap to digital currencies from central banks or to commercial bank money very easy and seamless to do. We're making it easy to integrate into existing systems. Banks can get involved today. They can do a private-public partnership. They can co-create what a CBDC should look like for them. They can have a seat at the table to provide their requirements. And what we do as Quant is really help everyone evolve to a new form of money, to a new form of smart money.
Right, so that was the video, guys. Very informative, very thought-provoking as well. Let me know, what did you think of the video? Do you think Quant's vision is genuine, and do you think Gilbert Verdian has the right vision? Let me know, where do you think Quant's price will go for the short term and the long term? Are you bullish on Quant? Because I know for a fact that I am, and I am expecting Quant to go at least 100x in the next bull run. With that being said, let me know if you agree. Let me know all of your thoughts and more in the comments below. As always, I love talking to you today, and peace.